Dave, how's practice gone this week in preparation for what's supposed to be a high-powered Texas Tech squad?
Yeah, no, it's been great. It's been awesome weather too, so that's helped. With the speed we've had to practice at because of the no-huddle offense. So the guys are excited to play a night game at home. Excited to play against a Big 12 opponent that has the same record as we do, and obviously they're coming off a very spirited overtime win as well. So we know we got a great team coming to town.
Everybody talks about their offense. Is their defense pretty stout?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the 11 starters, 10 of them are either seniors or graduates. So they're very old, they're experienced, they're long. Previous coaching staff, who I know as well, I thought they recruited well. Coach McGuire's done a great job with these guys, but he inherited some nice body types. They're long. Their D-line's got a lot of guys that they can play and rotate. Their backers are fast. Both corners are over 6'2". So, yeah, it's a formidable bunch. It's going to be a great challenge.
From your experience, how valuable is it to have experience going into a night game, road game, I think, for the first time in the season, just to lean on those kind of guys?
Say that again?
Say, from your experience as a coach, how valuable is it to have a bunch of experienced guys when you go into your first road game of the season?
We're playing at home.
Not you. I'm talking about
kind of
Texas.
confused on the
Tech.
question.
I'm sorry. From Texas Tech standpoint.
Okay.
From your standpoint, I mean, how valuable is it to have an experienced team?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you got guys that have been there, done that, it helps. The nerves aren't going to be the same as for a guy that's never been on the road playing in a hostile environment. So they got an experienced football team. This is obviously not the first time they've played in front of fans.
What have you worked on specifically with Devin Leary this week? What have you told him to try and improve on?
Every week it's based on the defense we're playing, on the things that he's going to have to focus on. I'm not going to tell you what our game plan is, So each week there's little things that you see on tape with every player on our team, no different than the quarterback, the O-line, the D-line. And for Devin, there's certain things he wants to do better, and he focuses on those things.
Is Texas Tech the type of offense where you wanted to go to a three-man line to shift from your 4-3, then 4-2-5?
Yeah, I think the 3-3-5 allows you to do more things in coverage because when you play some of these up-tempo spread teams, as you know, there's more plays in space. It allows you to get more bodies there faster to make those plays and still be able to defend the run game, as you've seen with our statistics and defense. So I think this type of offense also, years prior to the switch, we'd be first or second in the league in rushing defense and 8th or 9th in pass defense, not because we didn't have good corners, because they were on their own a lot. I just feel like in this defense you have the ability to help outside when there's matchups that you worry about against the Clemsons and Louisvilles and such that, Florida State always has a draft pick at wideout. It gives you the ability to stop somebody, not just with a one-on-one matchup.
For you personally, were you a little energized learning from Coach Gibson?
Yeah, I love to learn. I mean, I'm always learning. I'm always studying other people. I watch NFL film at least once a week at night just to try to find new things, So that was something back when I was a GA at Drake University. I mean, we studied football all the time and have always carried that with me. So when you bring a new coach in, Tony, in this case, brought 3-3-5 ideas in. We were 4-2-5 at the time. We were all learning from him, and he was learning from us, and we were trying to blend the two things with, the systems we had. And so same thing when Joker came in, Tim came in, Coach Garrison, there's always just some new ideas. And it's not just football. Sometimes it's how you practice or schedule or off-season program.
How much does defensive experience help, even when it's a team you don't see every year, but the concepts and the reps and the snaps these guys have gotten?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I can't do for these players is make them more experienced, right? I can do everything else. I can help them get stronger. I can do motivational things with them. I can feed them better. I can get them more rest. I can do all that, but I can't give them game reps. They've got to accumulate that through time. And so we have a lot of that, so it helps. Hey, this was like this game 2 years ago. Remember we played so-and-so, and remember that quarterback and how we kept him in the pocket in that game? So we can have some recall with guys that is very helpful.
How valuable is it to have these guys like Tyshawn Smith, Jalen Frazier, who have so much experience when you're playing an offense that likes to run as many plays as they do and have that rotation?
Jalen Frazier. I'm confused on the question.
Sorry, I was just asking, with the depth and experience you have in the secondary against Texas Tech that you have, they want to run so many plays. How valuable is that to be able to rotate guys who have experience?
Yeah, I think our two deep Tayshawn's a fifth-year player, you know, so to have a guy like him. But the guys that you see listed on our depth chart as a 1 or a 2 are the guys that we rotate. You know, we were fortunate last week to get the 3s in as well. So I really don't look at that as a normal rotation. You know, I look at the guys that we're playing in the 2 deep. And when you have the ability in the competition at practice, like we do, where Jakeem Harris gets to go in and spell Tanner, Boykin gets to go in and spell Cyrus, you know, those things help your defense. And Tayshawn can go in at either corner and help us out there. So, you know, it's the same thing you see on the O-line. You see Tim McKay coming in, and he's playing his butt off right now. You know, he's helping the offensive line. He's making Bryson Speed's practice harder because he's playing so well. So depth creates multiple things. It gives you rest, but it also creates competition in practice.
Big picture, as you continue to build and grow this program, and especially in its national reputation, how important are these non-conference Power 5 games to capitalize on when these up?
Yeah, they help. You know, I think from a perspective of outside, you know, obviously it's a non-conference game, so it's win or lose, it's not going to dictate the ACC championship for us, but it does help you in the eyes of the voters and as you're trying to move yourself up, in the rankings. So games like this are valuable, and it's good for our league, you know, and we can leave the conference. Duke beat Northwestern, a Big Ten matchup. Those things are good for our league when we can get those things done on the field.
When was the last time you talked to Coach McGuire?
You know, when he got promoted to the job or hired into the job, I hit him up right away, congratulating him. And earlier this week, he texted me, "Hey man, looking forward to seeing you," and did the same back. You know, he's a great guy, man. And both of us come from high school level football to start, so there's a lot of mutual respect. And I was just fortunate enough to recruit his high school in the early stages of my college career. I mean, I offered his first Division I athlete, and he was one of the first Division I players to commit to me as a full-time coach, you know, and Marcus Herford ended up being a great player at Kansas for us. So it was a neat relationship and how it formed, and the fact that we've been able to carry it forward for 25 years.
Do you enjoy that as a coach when you're playing someone that you're competing against a guy that you know, you respect? I mean, he spoke very highly of you this week as well.
You know, when the game starts, you don't know who's on the other side, but you know, obviously there's a competitive spirit. As much as we like each other, I promise you, he feels the same way I do. He wants his team to win, you know, and so the friendship's gone when the game starts, and when it's over, it'll be back on, you know. But we're competitive people in this sport, you know, and when you start playing, it's all about your team winning the football game.
Dave, you got to play a lot of guys last week, and I probably one of them is Eric Bowles, who only played 3 snaps, but he was as happy as if he played 20. Just how satisfying is it for a coach to see kids like that go out?
It's heartwarming, and you know, from a team standpoint, I think it builds morale. You know, and guys like that get to go in that service the team in practice, and that's all they get out of it, other than putting on the uni. And so I think it's very, very good for your team morale. I think it's great for those young men that in 4 years may never get more snaps than that. You just don't know how many, you know, type of games you're going to be able to play 83 players in, right? So it was awesome for all those guys to see, you know, Ari Bowles go in there and Clay Craddock go in there. I mean, these guys, you name it. I mean, we got about everybody in. So it was fun. And it was a lot of fun for them.
They got a piece of the tackle. I think you actually smiled when you said
Oh, yeah.
their little celebration.
Yeah, I was excited for sure.
Is that good, guys?
All right, thank you all.